bad. Bam, 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 bam. Bad to the bone. What is it? Friday. Venus. Where's Venus? Wait, why they do that? Friday is Venus, right? Someone let me know in Espanol. Gracias por pensar en mí. De nada. I think that means Venus. So it's Venus Day, the 26th, the day after Christmas, Kwanza, Hanukkah. Shout to you and yours. December 26th, 2025. What is that? Got down 3, 8, 9. Cool story. Shout to Brother Composure Son. Whoa. I'm your host today, MG, aka DeyZan, and hopefully you guys are doing well, man. How was the holidays? The kids, the family. I know everyone's not in the no contact universe. Well, hopefully. Well, shit, if you found my channel, maybe you are. I'm sorry. You know what? Given the gravity of this year, it wasn't a bad Christmas. It wasn't Christmas Eve, but I created my own little Christmas tradition of White Castle. In Chinese food, like, what is that shit? What's that movie? All the movies back in the day, Christmas movies, you go to the Chinese buffet. I'm gonna add White Castle to that list. Got a lot of time to reflect. I do that at the end of every year. Like, start backing up the photos off your phone. I'll copy it to 2 drives, then I'll go through like some of my journals, and I'll just read the loops of December's. And I did that recently, and like a lot of my prophecies from 5 years ago, 6 years ago, are active currently, I guess. I don't know how to explain this phenomenon, but you should write everything if you can. But at the end of the year, I go through shit like that. Barking up hard drives, photos, My fucking Google Drive payment comes out, so it puts you in that mind state anyway. It's a good thing. I don't know what I need it for. I used to keep track of so many more papers. Like, it really fucking bothers me when I throw shit out. Because you realize, like, especially when you become conscious of the Mandela effect. And not just like the Mandela effect, like the spooky one. But like, how people be forgetting. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to you and experiences and what happened. And like, you might hear it later. Let's say, in 2018. I'm gonna give you a real example. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Composure Slim, Georgie Porgy, Jonathan, JPX. Happy holidays, you guys. Shout out to everybody with the mRNA issues in their thumbs who didn't hit the like the video yet. Shout out to White Knight. Jesus is king. His name is Genghis Khan. And we already know that. And I'm his grandson. Tell me something I don't know. So anyway, I remember a situation a long time ago. And peace to the tribe, Georgie Porgy. Shout out Jonathan Lee. Oh shit, we got a pin message. The Black and Milf Fund, yes. Where the MILFs at? From the front, the back. If you feel it out. I forgot 702 is actually in Las Vegas. Can you imagine? Where the MILFs at? From the front, the back. One of the story time. So when it comes to these local Mandela effects and you having written proof and receipts and photos, so it's a hell of a thing, man. But back in my day, 10 years ago, I remember I used to play the game differently with people. Especially when you're in survival mode. I realize everyone in the United States is not in survival mode, or hasn't. Like, I'm talking about as a role. Like, if you play Final Fantasy, there's like roles and jobs. Mine was Survivor, so I'd never code switched out of it. I think I'm working on that now. Like, I gave the game a good 40 years of it, so I'm gonna write a book about it one day. But in that, you have to be very cautious of not even like physical danger. And you know what's fucking crazy? I want to talk about that too. Like, it's sad to see the younger kids just like randomly shooting each other from like shit talking. They don't even seem to be serious. But me being in a shooting environment in my day, like the generation Gen X, like when Gen X was the fucking problem, it wasn't even dangerous No, I'll say that differently. I was not afraid of that. Yeah, there we go. The danger of being killed was not where the fear was. It was everything up until you get killed. And the only way that can happen is if you end up being isolated or in a problem with another person. So, like, the real survival mode is learning not just how to communicate, like in a relationship or in your family. That's like, all right, that's gay. No, learning how to communicate verbally, non-verbally, and all the other dimensions in between it with strangers who could be hostile, that could lead you to a murder capital of the United States, 1995. I think they got like three championships in a row. I think it's like 93, 94, 95, 96. But those places. Um, it wasn't the drugs. We're kids. It wasn't the guns or nothing. It was like, oh, another day in paradise with me minding my fucking business. Nope, it wasn't that. It was all the other dumb shit that people do. And back then we didn't have a language model for it. Today you can just call it narcissism. I could tell you being a little jit in elementary school, the same type of people that stood out to me with my little angel eye vision on them, that like inevitably cause a problem, they're born like that. Those demons are born. That is not because they got their heart broken. Nothing for it to. I promise you, I've been dealing with it since a little kid. It's way more pronounced in those environments, though. So it speaks to the spirit of that environment and why there would be demons there. So you imagine if we took shit literally, but that was what was dangerous. Is that that environment would attract that type of energy that we call demonic or whatever's causing the polarity of narcissism and all the other shit, murder, killing, stealing, manipulating people. You know, that's all the shit you go to jail for. But there's mad evil people out here who don't go to jail for shit that I've witnessed as a child. And I'm not talking about witness like a crime scene. I'm talking about like witnessing shit play out over time with multiple people and how people have manipulated each other. And it might seem like innocent, like, you know, when people are cheating on each other or something. There's like beefs in families and relationships, and like you don't realize how much of that shit's intentional. It's not accidental. It's not immoral. It's none of these goofy ass things. It's not biblical even. It's weaponized. You understand? And you think it's like, oh, strangers and people and dating. No, 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 no. I'm talking about in groups of people over time in certain areas. It's warlike actually. When you see people grow up, that is. You don't realize that shit in real time. Because ain't no one telling the fucking truth about what their ulterior motives is or how they really feel. They probably don't even know how to. So I think it's primal. I think it's animalistic, how they survive, whatever the fuck brought us all here this time. Understand that. So I say all that to say the danger is in bringing all these different people together from all these different war stories and colonization stories, and then having to then adapt in an environment which rewards socialites or people who climb vertically socially in terms of respect and money and all these things. And there is no good rule to get that. There is no inheritance. There is no blood. There is no brand loyalty to family or customs. It's just however you can get away with it and not get locked up and not get the feds on you and not be murdered. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of pizzazz to exist in that space and thrive in that space requires a very particular skill set, a social apex. Like, you know, there's always these polarities. You got like psychopath, sociopath, and like shit like that. But they always use that in a negative polarity. Well, law of gender, there must be a positive counterpoint to what those are too. And I'm only talking about into the degrees in which they understand people. So like you got the manipulators and the unmanipulatable, but they both have to learn the same science, right? Like in order for a person to learn how to become a manipulator, they have to try a lot of dumb shit and figure out the type of people that it works on. Where you've been manipulated because you've been kind or you've been patient with people because you're following the Christ-like path type shit. So it's not even you. It's like you want to do that and they keep fucking with you, right? But you still have to learn that because you understand like they're fucking with me, but not those people. What is that difference? What is that delta? Or you watch someone else that's not connected to you fuck with someone else. You're like, what is that delta? Oh, I remember when someone tried to have me fucked up like that. Now I can understand that situation. You understand? And it's reiterative over time and space. And I'm 40 now, so I can tell you, as a matter of fucking fact, all those things are those little mind maps that people have and how they're programmed to survive things. And it's going to show up in the games they play, the TV shows they watch. You're going to see it over and over again if you're trained to see it. And so many people are not. You can tell in these the dating space shows and stuff. You can tell, like you're not realizing that it don't matter what the fuck the list or the the numbers, the 1 through 10, and none of that. How many ponies and puppies do they love? Long walks and none of that shit matters, bro. You're looking at a killer right now. First of all, I need you to understand what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know why you talking to this type of person like that. This ain't that. This is not that deep. That girl right there kills people. Stop talking to me. I don't give a fuck. Wish she went for Christmas. Boy, what? Or this dude right there. You can't tell that dude gay? For real. For real. In 2025, we have so many gay TV shows out here. You can't tell that dude right there in front of you a gay dude. Nah, he ain't got to say nothing to me. What are you talking about? It's the same spirit. Oh, shit. Everyone can't see that? Damn, I could see that, but I can't see it. It's not a visual thing, or is it? My brain the same? My eyes are different? What's going on? You can't see the obvious? Oh, that's crazy, bitch. You know how your brain is? You see something move, and you think it's like a person, but it's a shadow, and then you like take 3 seconds to recalibrate yourself and go, oh, my window was open and the wind blew the tree outside and I saw the shadow move. It wasn't actual shadow there, correct. But you notice how your brain assumes the wrong thing? Why? Because it's going to choose the most scariest thing to help your dumbass react and survive, in case it is. Think about all the time your brains is wrong. You know it's crazy? Why that happens so much? Just think about how many times the brain is right. Hate to see it. So these people, they adapt to that. They assume that this person is going to take advantage of them. So they must take advantage of them first. It's just very distorted. It's very, Lord have mercy, man. We didn't even begin. Our generation didn't even begin to unpack all this shit that we want to talk about, but I'm glad I witnessed it. Because I'm seeing the symptoms of it unfolding. I wrote about it years ago. Because I came from those environments, unfortunately. So they want Mandela effect some shit in our society. Act as if people are always on the same type of timing and like it was always like this or this was a natural linear progression. Like, nope. Cap. I know why it seemed that way. Because you have so many people programmed to just automatically adapt for the benefits. Manipulation is what it is. The core of it all is manipulative. And I'm not judging that as an evil thing for it to be so fucking common. The evil part is the denial of it. That's what makes anything evil. The denial of the obvious. It's not. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? It said I'm froze. Oh,